Hello everybody, Gigi here. I have joined another collab with the YouTubers Nail Art Stamping Collab group, and we have decided to do Paris for this week. So I have already put my base colors on. Let me see if I can get you down a little bit closer. I put my base colors on and I put UNT. The UNT Ready for Takeoff is my peel-off base coat. I put, oh, if I can even read this, it's called Love, and it's cool. It's a LA Colors Color Last polish. And then I'm going to be starting with this finger, since I've done the other ones already. I'm going to put Wet n Wild, the French White on, and I'm going to be dabbing that on with a sponge to give a cloud effect. Excuse me. So all I'm going to do is just put, I'll just put it right here, hopefully you can see that. I'm just going to put a little bit of white down. That way I can dab it if I need to, you know, if I've got too much on my sponge. Just gathering up a little piece of sponge that I pulled off of a makeup sponge. And then I will just be putting little clouds in different spots on my nails, or on the nail. Okay, and I think that's good enough. Add maybe a little bit more white to it. Hopefully I am on camera. And then I will let that dry. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and do some stamping. Let's see, we will be using this plate, which is Born Pretty 36. I'm going to be using the Ooh La La up of here and the Eiffel Tower. I will be stamping with my Bundle Monster Noir Black. It's hard to see, but it is Bundle Monster, trust me. I'm going to stamp Ooh La La on my pinky. I did not, when I put these on the bench in the tree, what I did was I picked it up with this stamper and immediately put it on this stamper so I could get the reverse and then stamped it on my fingers. I don't think I'm going to do that. This is my Big Bling, which is obviously much loved. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm okay with just leaving this the way it is and putting it on my finger. Don't know that I'm going to be able to get the whole thing on there, but I will certainly try. Oh, there it is. Couldn't find my scraper. Quick scrape, pickup, which was a horrible pickup. Okay, happens to me more times than not, but that's okay. We'll try it one more time. Make sure that I clean off my stamper before I use it again. A lot of times I will have the polish laid, have scraped, and then all of a sudden I realize that my stamp head is dirty. So then I have to start over. I'll pick up. Much better pick up this time. I'm going to get most of this off of here. I don't think that any of the excess is going to be on my finger. I mean, it might be on my finger, but not my fingernail. So let's do it this way. Okay. There's Ooh La La is done there. Next, we will be doing the Eiffel Tower. I'll turn this around and get you maybe a little bit closer. Clean that stamper head so we're nice and clean and ready for the next time with our next pickup. Going to put the black over here and then scrape away. Okay. Well, I guess I can take that off of there. Sometimes I would just leave it if I don't think it's going to affect where I'm placing this. So I'm going to put that right on this finger. And right in here. And I don't know if it's the curve. It's a little bit crooked, but that's okay. A little windy in Paris these days. All right, so let's see what's next. Let's go ahead and do my thumb. I'm going to use the words off of this plate. This is, it's a Clear Jelly Stamper 02 plate. I'll clean that up just a little bit. And for this, I'm actually going to be using my Fab Your Nails sticky stamper. You can see how sticky it is. Only because I've tried it with the Big Bling, and excuse me, it doesn't seem to pick up as well because this is really fine. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Putting down my polish, scraping on a 45 or less degree angle, and then picking it up. And it turned out pretty good. Okay, so to get this straight, I think what I'm going to do is just lay it on my nail. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, stamping, I'll go crazy if we tried to make our stamping perfect. Well, there's some people out there who do an excellent job of it, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with what I end up with, I guess. And I probably should have just used my tape for that, but I do like to clean up as I go along. It just seems like when it dries, it's hard, it's harder to get off. So I'll have to get that a little bit cleaner, but I think we're good for now. So that looks pretty good. Okay, what I'm going to do in the meantime is I'm also going to be putting Northern Lights on top. So I'm going to go ahead and put my Northern Lights on these two that I've finished once I clean this up a little bit. Okay, I'll move that out of the way. So I'm going to put Northern Lights on these two. And I probably should have put Sesh on top of this one before I stamped it, but I think it's going to be fine. Sesh seems to help. The Sèche Vite seems to help with a lot of issues that I have sometimes, so it's all good. Sorry that this is bothering me. So let's get this one done. And it doesn't seem to be smearing, so that's a plus. All right, looks pretty good. And now we're going to be using, well, let's just go take care of that thumb since I'm pretty sure that that's dry enough. I'm going to be using the LA Colors Infinite for stamping, and this color is opaque enough and it stamps pretty well. I will be stamping the birds here, the lovebirds that are on this plate. And this is Than Xin, Xin 15. I think I got it off of AliExpress or Wish. I just don't remember. I've had it for a while, so I'm sure you could go looking for that number and find it, possibly. And the pickup is fine. I'm not worried about this over here because this is going to be placed, let's turn it upside down. It's going to be placed on my thumb, sort of at the top. And I'm not worried about that actually getting on my thumb. The skin, yeah, it'll get on the skin, but it's not going to get on my stamping area. And I will clean that up. Okay. So thumb is done. Everything is done except for these two fingers right here. I'll move that plate out of the way. There it is. Thought I'd lost that plate. So just get it stuck. All right, this is very pretty plate. It is the YJF-022. Again, this may have been a Born Pretty, I'm sorry, an AliExpress or Wish. I apologize because I do not remember where I got it from. I just thought it was very pretty. So we're going to be using the bench, the branches, and the leaves. So I guess the first thing I'm going to do is use my bench. Stamping in the black. To get that bench. Oopsie, I don't know if I've waited too long. Oh, no, got the bench. And again, I have this down here, but I'm not worried about it because it's going to be put on the bottom of my nail. Okay, if I can get it in there. Just pushing down and slowly pulling up. Okay, so there's the bench. What I will be doing next is taking the leaves that are on the bottom of this bench right underneath here. Let's see if you can see those. You'll be able to see them when I put the green down. And I'm going to use, for that, I'm going to be using this Bundle Monster Empire Club for that grass. You don't need too much, but sometimes it's hard to just get a small amount off of the brush. I want enough on it so that it's not going to dry before I put it on my fingers. Okay, I'm just going to take it and just plop it in there. Just want a little bit of color at the bottom. Okay. All right, next thing I'm going to do, I want to take the branch here. So I will get my black stamping polish, bring it along, and I want mostly the ones that are going on this side of it. So let's scrape that, pick it up. That was a good pickup, not worried about the rest of it. I'm going to put it right, make sure you can see. I'm going to put it right here. If you hear any noises, you're probably hearing my dogs. Okay. All right. Next thing we will be doing is doing the leaves. You can see here I've got leaves across the top and across here. I'm going to do the exact same thing here and here. Let me get my tape. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and use tape because that's a lot of black to be cleaning up. There it is. And this will take the majority of it off, I do believe. Okay, oh look, I got it all over the place. I'll have to clean those fingers up. All right. Good enough for now. You could use, actually, this is an old Unt bottle that I put some latex in, and I used a baby syringe and took it out of my container and actually put it in that bottle. So let's see here. Next comes, oops, I'm losing my cotton there. Next comes the leaves. I will again use the green that I used for underneath the bench, and I'm also going to use the Tree of Life. And these stamping polishes are all Bundle Monster. I want most of the green to be the darker green, so I'm just going to lay dabs of it in here. And then I will take some of the brighter green and dab it in between. Sorry for my hands. And there they are. I'm going to take those and just lay them across. Make sure you can see. Here, just to put the leaves in. Okay. So there's my tree with the leaves, and then we're going to put some leaves across the top of this, and then we will be done with the stamping. Clean up. What's that name that song that we used to sing in school? Clean up, everybody clean up. That was a long time ago. Okay, so I'm going to do the leaves the exact same way. Well, very similar. The technique is the same as I did the other ones. I'll pick it up, check it out. Looks fine. And then I just want them just sort of up and across. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Again here. So that the branches are actually hanging down over. Just like that. All right. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clean up. I will put Northern Lights on. Well, you know what? I can go ahead and do some cleanup now, I suppose. I still have my tape out. I just didn't want this to be too long. If you came over to my channel from the other ladies' channels, thank you very much for joining me. If you would like and be so kind as to sub to my channel, that would be awesome. I'd love to have you as part of my YouTube family. It would be great. The more the merrier, right? So if you have anything that you would like me to do or like to see or have any questions for me, you know, I'm just a simple girl, so if you want to leave any questions or comments down below, that would be awesome. And what I'll do is go ahead and finish. Well, I may as well go ahead and do some more cleanup here. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I normally use my brush, but if I have a lot on here, it's just easier to use a Q-tip and then actually get into the cuticle area with my brush. Okay, make sure I'm still on camera here. And then I'll clean that up. I will put my sash on. I'll have the Northern Lights first, and then the sash, and then I will come back with pictures. So again, if you came over from the other channel, thank you so much for joining me. I will have the description, in the description box, I will have all the ladies' links down below. And if you would kindly like, share, and subscribe, I would very much appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, be kind.